Hey guys, here we are again. It's your teacher Claire for STSU Douglas, and before I do what this is video lesson YouTube video lesson number 2. I'm gonna add a third one later today, which does all the practical work on the worksheets. But first, I want to add the part that I was gonna do at the end of the last video, where I show you some things on the computer and on Blackboard, etc. First, a lot of you are sending me emails from your personal email, and that's totally fine. I don't mind where I get them from as long as I get them, but just in case you don't know how to access your Douglas email, so this is how I do it on the Douglas site. Go down here to quick links, and then down here I go to employee Outlook login. I think you should have some Outlook login on quick links as well. I click there. And then it asks me for my username and password. If you don't know what your username and password is, you should be able to have an option to email to your own personal email, an option to reset it. Okay, so that then you'll have it for yourself. And then it brings you to here, and then we go to Outlook. Okay, and then it opens all my emails. All right. Blackboard. Just give me a sec here. Okay, Blackboard. Hover over login, go to Blackboard community, right? Log in over here. Okay, I'm just showing you the pathways to get into Blackboard one more time, because Blackboard is so important to us right now. So you're gonna have a page. This is all the courses that I've ever taught. Your page like this might look a little bit different. This is us down here, STSU. I click on there. Please be watching so carefully all of these announcements, because I'm not just doing brief announcements and homework in there. I'm giving you all kinds of information in there, right? You can click on any one of them and read about it. Like, for example, a while ago, like I think it was this day. Okay, so first of all, here's a link to the first YouTube video. And like down here, I gave a link to look at this sample essay, which we're gonna look at together today. So this is called, where it says this is the one that says read an academic essay. And I have showed you one page of this before already in class. I don't know if you remember, but it looked like this. And then for homework, I asked for you to look at it again and identify some of the in-text quotations. Like you can see here that I've identified a direct quote, a summary, and a direct quote phrase. We're going to look at this worksheet again later today. Have it ready. I have also now made it into a Word document, and I have put it in course content. So, oh crap. Okay, hold on. Let me get back in there. So sorry, I did the wrong thing. Okay, here we are. Into our course, blah, blah, blah. Okay, over here, course content. Okay, tons of stuff in week 12 now already, okay? After today, I'm going to start posting stuff in a new folder called week 13. But that essay that I just showed you, as well as having the link in your announcements, you also have it now as a document right here. Please have that ready. Have a look at it if you haven't already. We're going to talk about it later. Other things we're going to look at later, we're going to look at this very briefly. We're going to look at this. We're going to look at this. Definitely those things. Okay, so be ready with those. Also, nice people, I would love, love, love it. Oh, if you haven't checked your grades already, of course, go over here to Grade Center. Check out over here in Course Tools and then go down to Discussion Board. I would love for us to start a discussion here because then we can all discuss things as a class. Okay, so if you go in here, like we can all put messages here and everyone will see them. And we can all talk about things and I can ask you questions and then whoever has an answer can answer me. Okay? I think this would be really useful for us in the coming days. Okay, so please do check that out. Course content. In fact, there on the discussion board again, I might start just posting random questions for you guys, and then you can always check in and throw in your 2 cents, have a little discussion, throw in a comment, answer a question for me, whatever, and then that shows me that you're participating, right? Okay, a couple other things I wanted to show you just right now at this moment. Okay, so here's that academic, read an academic essay again. So again, you have this in 2 different forms on Blackboard. You also probably have the first page, which looks like this in a hard copy paper. A couple of things that I want to say about this just right at the moment is that I've changed this so that the paragraphs are indented, because this is something that you should always do as well. The very first sentence of your essay should be indented, and then the beginning of every paragraph after it should be indented as well. But in between paragraphs, you do not have to have these headings, and in fact, you don't even have to have an extra space in between paragraphs. Okay? To get ready for later, I want you to be looking at examples of in-text citations, like, for example, this one right here, right? This is a direct quote. You can see that there's a sentence, there's a full sentence in there that comes straight from a source that's in quotations like this, and you have the last names of the authors who said it, the year, and then the page comes afterwards. The page is optional. Okay, so please be ready with that document a little bit later. Another thing that I want to show you. Okay, so this essay intro that hopefully you've looked at already, we kind of started this essay on procrastination together, kind of thinking about it. As you see here, so your final draft is not going to say, oh, where'd my mouse go? Is not going to say introduction at the beginning right here, but this is going to be a space, right? Because that's an indent. Here in the center, you're going to have the full title of your paper. It's not going to say this. It's going to say something about procrastination. It's going to be a title that's 4 to 8 words long, approximately, or something like this. Okay? This whole page is an introduction. And this right here is our thesis statement of this essay about procrastination. Okay? This sentence that comes right after the thesis is kind of a transition that leads straight into the first body paragraph. Okay? Your paper, in the final draft, at the top of each paper, in full, centered right here, you will write the full title one more time. You will not do what's called a running head up in the headings up here. You don't have to do that. That's outdated. But you are going to put the full title again right here at the top of each page, and page numbers. How do we do page numbers? We go up here. We go to Insert, and we go over here to page number, okay? And then it gives you a few options. You go to top of page. You go to top of page right-hand side like this, Okay, and then it also gives you a header. So if you were going to write something in the header, that would go up there too. Okay, but we only need page numbers. Okay. Usually on your final draft, the references page will have its own private page. It'll be its whole own page. This is an example. It has 2 entries. You're going to have at least 5. You're going to have the word references at the top in the center like this. You're going to have your citations that look like this. And as I said in the first video, after each citation, you're going to write an annotation. So that means this is basically to show me that you actually like read or at least skimmed and scanned the thing. Okay, so for example, for my citation for this article that I read about procrastination that I got from the library, underneath the citation, okay, I'm just okay, you might not see exactly what you need to see for a second here, but I'm gonna write something like, this is a great resource for both academic work and life because it is kind of like a self-help article on procrastination, easy to read, and gives a fresh perspective. Okay, so there's my annotation. My annotation does not have to have a hanging indent. So I'm going to remove the hanging indent on that one. I'm going to go none. Oops. Okay. Okay, so that now that looks pretty normal. So now you have the citation and you have the annotation, right? Citation, annotation, next citation. The citations do have to have a hanging indent. So let me show you again how I did that, right? Highlight the whole thing, right click on your mouse, go to paragraph, go to indentation, special, hanging, okay? And then it'll give you that hang indent of 1/2 inch right there. Okay, so I think that's all that I have to show you on the computer. I'm going to upload this to help you keep working on your final draft. And then I'm going to post one more video later tonight where I'll talk about all of those worksheets and do some hands-on work with you on example essays. Okay, see you later.